Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the scene for SEPTA, the Howling Wind, a Werewolf the Apocalypse joint set in San Diego. So, Adelheid is preparing his wolfies to go on a mission. And they have been collected and gathered, those he thought would be of use or who wanted a chance to help serve the Sept. He also has a friend there, an ally, one of the local Fey Barons, Lord Phoenix. And he's kind of watching Adelheid, waiting.
I'm sorry about the Instagram shit. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I'm not gonna lie.
He'll shake his head.
Aiden comes.
I smell Disney. Do you smell the Disney as well?
I smell Disney.
So yeah, Aiden comes. Yeah, he's probably going to come from up a hill, and he just, instead of like stepping down, he just kind of jumps and lets himself slide, landing on his butt, and lets himself slide down. And then he'll jump back up. Hello. Am I early?
Why do you always smell like sugar?
I honestly don't know. Legit, and honestly don't know.
He'll just shake his head.
So I invited Veronica as well. He's like looking at his phone.
She shows up in Hamid.
Aiden blinks. He's like staring at her, blinking.
Looks at him.
You're in Hamid.
I am talking to people.
Okay. I'm over it.
Hi, Veronica. It's been a long time.
It has been. Depending when you wish to talk, I might have some stuff useful that you and I could use.
Maybe we can like wait for people and then bring everything together.
Yep.
Darcy happens to be walking by, just notices people gathering, and he raises an eyebrow. Not sure if he should approach, so he's like just kind of slowly walking.
Bryce had heard that they were gathering people, and so went to go see if he could help out.
Hi, both
Trying
of you.
that proactive thing.
Right?
So Bryce, just to let you know, there's a man with appearance 6 standing there.
God damn
it. Did he say that out loud?
No, what the fuck?
Do I see his disappointment?
There is a character with appearance 6 standing nearby.
Do I see his disappointment?
Phoenix?
No, the other Shadow Lord realizes someone's more prettier.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. You know what? Bryce looks at the other 6th person and literally says, "God damn."
Oh.
He looks back at Bryce and goes, I know, right?
Veronica starts chuckling.
In the distance, they hear a growl coming from the lake.
You know what? Bryce will wink at him.
His brows go up.
He grins and just, whatever.
Yeah, normal day at the Sept. Everyone's fucking. Everyone's happy.
I've still happily been married for 28 years.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that 10 times. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Bryce like shrugs.
Oh god, he just face palms.
He's like calling Corey now. Corey.
Apparently she prefers to be fashionably late.
Beep, 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 beep.
Corey, beep beep beep, come back. We love you.
I'm gonna actually sing Corey's I'm gonna sing Corey's phone's ringtone. Fuck you! I want to what you tell me. Fuck you! I want to what you tell me.
Oh my god.
Jumping up and
That
down.
song's
I'm just-
awesome.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say, you literally that would never have been heard because her phone is always on silent. But yeah. So no, she kind of wanders by, looking as, even though she knows at least she knows she was like supposed to be here. She kind of just wanders in as if just wandering by. Just kind
How
of.
did-
We're gonna
Out of game, this is awesome that we have one of each aspect, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she actually kind of looks at everybody and focuses on the she, because
So-
she can actually see that.
Yeah, he gives her a very he gives her a very she-like smile, like
And
kind and yet very beautiful.
she's just gonna tilt her head and say, "My lord,
Bow his head to her.
I was assuming you were a lord. What rank are you?"
I am a baron, yes.
All right then.
now we have the go on, Corey. Sorry.
No, she was just gonna say, "I'm Corey."
I'm Lord Phoenix Ayala.
ScanCount42 on Instagram.
That is not my. He'll just shake his head.
Darcy, who's not met Phoenix either, he just kind of like slightly bows his head, like because he noticed Corey did that, and he'll say, "I'm Darcy."
Okay, guys. This is Phoenix. He is pretty hot. We all know. Okay. But
He just rolls his eyes.
we
That's
gotta.
kind of how they work, guys.
Yes. So.
Out of game, Veronica met him before.
That's
Yeah.
fine, but
But he-
she's just kind of like, "Yeah, so he's hot." It's kind of like that's how she's taking it.
When Adelheid says he's hot, when Adelheid says he's hot, Aiden licks his finger, then touches Lord Phoenix, going.
Jesus Christ,
Oh.
Aiden. And she just looks at Aiden like, "Stop it."
That's what
Yeah. So Aiden hears a much louder growl and coming from the lake.
Whoever at
Inappropriate.
the lake, shut the fuck
Okay,
up. We gotta
so-
deal with a problem here.
So
Inappropriate.
even
Aiden.
Bryce is just like shaking his head slowly, like not even I, man, not even I would do that.
Yeah, she actually looks at Aiden. She says, "Inappropriate, man." And this is a class saying this to someone of higher rank, so I'm just mentioning this.
He'll take a dictionary out and going. Nope, that word is not in my dictionary.
Yeah.
Do you need Sky to visit you with the dictionary, maybe upside your head a few times?
Oh hey, look at that! I found it.
So I think Aiden needs what the fucking lesson I was getting from Punches for 6 months.
What's that?
Never mind. You don't need to know about it. It's stupid.
A swift punch to the
Get
face every day.
Promise you, I'm quite used to it. Don't worry. He'll just shake his head.
So guys, without getting this out of hand, me and Veronica, we were told by our alpha that there is a meeting is going to happen with between a couple shuttle lords, a Ragabash who is kind of in the gnomes, he got some deals going on with the other septet who killed 4 members of our sept. This,
Okay.
we now know where they are, where they're gonna go, and now I have plans, but I actually need to tell you guys on what, like we make plans here and then do the plan. But as far as we know, they're going to make a deal with the other Silverfangs to go against us, and we want to get information. Now, I want to hear what kind of approaches people wants to take, or what kind of things people can bring to the table.
I'm gonna say if it's a meeting, if it's in a place that people can hide, can easily be there and listen through the meeting. Just find a hiding spot. Can record it too.
Noted.
And Zhongli already gave us very wonderful hiding places.
I found.
Would
I'll let
sorry.
everyone else. If anyone else talking out of game,
uh,
because I have a lot of stuff to bring out to the table.
Bryce just started talking. And, he sort of gets a frown on his face, and he says, "Are they gonna be able to smell us if we hide?"
They may be,
I
or
mean,
may not be.
that's just a thought. Like, if we do hide, we don't want to get caught.
Depends on
At
the
all.
wind. That thing, you're right, and it depends on the wind. If the wind is towards us, they may not be, but if the wind is towards them, they may hear us. They may hear or smell or whatever.
Okay. Well, I've got.
All you gotta do is figure out the wind and choose an appropriate hiding spot.
Pretty much.
I've got people skills that I can bring to the table. I'm not super great in a fight, but I hold my own. Okay. Sort of shrugs. And then he looks at Veronica, who looks like she was wanting to say something.
Veronica, what's up?
So Johnny has to give me these details, but out of game, found names, how many people are there. Along with this, I have blackmail information. Depending what she. I've been getting dirt on these people.
Mm-hmm.
She has been.
Can fight, have ways to. I have a fetish that allows me to remove my scent or sound. As well as I'm very good with socializing.
So Adelheid doesn't say anything. Then he says, "How many people are there then?"
Johnny,
5.
so you said you were going to give me that information, but how many?
5.
She said
5? Okay. I thought you said hi. I misheard you.
And all of them
Five.
can fight.
I can fight. I can also tell if they are lying or not, and I also can tell if they are afraid because I can smell it.
How many can fight, Johnny? All 5 of them?
Most of them. Yeah, most of them can fight.
I do know the Karen is also Silverfang, Black Fury, Bonar, and Fianna.
Mm-hmm. OOC, they're not like we're gonna. OOC, we were thinking about going near them before they enter the cairn, in a very distant from the cairn, right? Like when there's a distance towards from us.
Mm-hmm.
That
We
was
know
that was
they're-
your plan, yes.
Yeah, okay. So Adelheid kind of looks at them and says, "Okay, guys. Now, I personally think that we can actually just be like, yo, dicks on table, blackmail, and no blackmail, okay, claws talking. But here is the issue I see. If we go near them, before they enter the meeting and, present ourselves and say, okay, now you guys get 2 choices. We can talk. You guys can, you guys can talk and surrender, or we can fight.
I mean, if you want the information, if you want to see what they say to each other first, it might pay to listen first and then capture.
I don't think if we let them go to the sept, to the cairn, we are gonna lose them.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, is that where the meeting's at?
Yeah, they're going to the cairn to meet.
Yeah, that's not a good plan. Like, I didn't know that it was
Yeah.
going to be there. I thought it would be someplace
No problem.
know,
I understand.
not there, not in the middle.
Yeah, we don't want them to have allies.
So here is another thing. We can blackmail them, yes, but that also, like, it doesn't give us true. How do I say this? So, like, let's just say I blackmailed Veronica, okay? Veronica knows I blackmailed her, which means she doesn't have the best interest over me all the time. And it's always as long as I have that blackmail. Now, these people are working against us, and sadly, they're actually making a deal with those who broke the litany. I say, if they're so happy branding us as heretics, let's give them a choice. They can surrender, and we can accept their honorable surrender. We can bring them here for questioning and all that jazz, or we can do the hard way and kill a couple of them as a message. We can, then we can bring them here.
Adelheid, the blackmail was more to make sure they have less allies and give it to someone that also doesn't like them.
I don't understand what you mean. I'm sorry.
So, I'm assuming these Silverfangs probably angered a lot of people because they have the ability to turn other Garu human temporarily. Out of game, pause of the newborn cub for some of them. If we give it to someone information and just slip it through, then they have to deal with two different people. And this could actually destabilize them or limit their power. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't like them if they act this way.
Here is another thing, though. We accepted Black Spiral Dancers and Shifters to the Sept. We made a peace with a lot of things. There's even rumors now that people want to talk with leeches. So, while you say that they're doing some bad stuff, the bad stuff always existed in the nation. Like, my problem is, these people is gonna use the fact that we use, he air quotes heretic shifters, which they call Farah, and they're gonna use the fact that we have Black Spiral Dancers who's joining the nation under the Waters of the Lost. And they're gonna gather more people via those knowledges. Not everybody is ready for these changes. So, I don't know. Are we giving too much? Are we giving too much, or hoping for too much when we try to give them more enemy while we might give them more time to gather more allies, at the same time gain more enemies? Is it in our best interest to turn this into a civil war in America or in Europe?
Veronica listens over to his words. That's why I throw options on the table, because it has occurred to me that yes, some of these changes is how they are going to get allies as well.
Yeah.
And what they're going to be using against us.
And also, go on, sorry. I thought you were done. Please go ahead.
And I'm sure with the idea of having a console, they're not happy about that. That everyone has an equal voice.
I think they're not happy about how the Silverfangs are not the Alpha tribe anymore, because that was the whole shtick of Silverfangs. As he looks around, if there's any Silverfang around, because he's not going to stop. He's going to stop talking shit if there's a lot of Silverfangs around.
Go Silverfang.
Yeah. The fuck Silverfangs. No, he doesn't say that. He's everybody saw for a second he talked shit. He checked around and then stopped.
Aiden looks around going, Dad? Granddad? Nope.
Your granddad and I agree about a lot of things regarding our views on Silverfangs.
Oh, interesting.
But, whatever. So, guys, what are we doing? He looks at Ragabash, actually. Question us, guy. Come on.
Does he say that out loud?
He looks at her and says, question us. Come on.
What do you want me to say? I have a lot of opinions, and I thought we were just going to try to deal with this one problem and not all of the huge big one you just brought up. Because if we start on that, we are going to be here all day.
What I'm trying to say is, what we should do regarding this mission. There are 5 Shuttle Lords, combat ready, going to meet with our enemies and make a deal. Now, we can just go kill them and send them a message. and we can just make them talk by torturing them or blackmail them.
Well, it is the Gabra way typically to just smash and kill and then ask questions later.
You guys are dark. I'm just pointing that out, and I'm an allele.
Veronica,
Who are the Shadow
I have a
Lords?
question.
Yes.
You're a Cienfuegos, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Isn't your name very well known among Shadow Lords?
It is.
Why can't you talk with them before? Like, we hold them off.
That's
And-
why I wanted to know what Shadow Lords these were. Because I
He
might be able to
shrugs.
do that.
Bryce will nod at Veronica and he says, "I'm Shadow Lord. I can come with."
So you have 2 Shadow Lords that can help you with that problem.
How about
The allele smiles at the thought of them being political and parlaying instead.
I actually don't have any problem with the idea of talking to them first. As long as
I'm
we
really
have
good
this
at
other
talking
plan.
to people. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you're good at talking the clothes off of people. We've seen.
Thank you.
Phoenix spreads his arms like I'm still dressed.
However, all I was going to say is that I think it makes sense to try to talk to them first. Maybe they can be talked out of it, or at least more information gathered willingly, which is more likely to be trustworthy as compared to if you torture them.
I would rather talk to them first.
Talking sounds good.
As long
What
as we
if
have the backup plan of the other one. That would be the backup plan if that doesn't work.
oh, what if they refuse?
They refuse, then we have to take a hard stand, I guess. I like the idea. I really wish we could actually. Is there any way that we could watch and listen to the meeting? At least maybe a couple of us watch and listen to the meeting, and then we grab them afterwards.
I don't think they will leave, or they may just leave with the what was the name of that Moonbridge?
Yeah.
Like we have like you're right. Your point is true. We can just try to listen to them, but they may leave at Moonbridge, and it's a 50-50 chance. And are we going to take that?
I'd like to see
Risk.
if we can meet before they meet with those silver fangs.
That's what I was going to say, because there is a time frame, and we can meet before.
Okay, so my question is, what is more important, getting them or getting the information? Because if we need the information, then our best bet is to try to listen to what they say to each other.
We can learn the information out of them by making deals with them.
Yeah, but it's more trustworthy if they actually say it willingly.
Exactly.
I'm not taking this group near that sept. That's not something I have permission for.
Adelheid, if we meet with these Shadow Lords before they get to the Silver Fangs,
Mm-hmm.
I will trust you to have my back if you trust me to talk to them.
I don't know what, he kind of looks around, like, I don't know if people think this way, but I think I kind of proved myself as a good diplomat.
I know.
So I will say this: I will be there, ready for everything as best as I can, and I would recommend everyone to be that way as well. What I want, Corey, I need you to be best sneaky mode as best as you can, and if they see you that you're sneaking, just say you were scouting. We will sadly will have to lie. Darcy, I want you to do a couple checks on True to Gaia checks, on like their questions. When we ask a proper question that is important regarding the sept, and if we come to a deal, I need you to do a True to Gaia check, okay?
I do have one thing that could be a fatal flaw in this, though. If
What's up?
they find out I'm a black spiral dancer, they may
That's-
not even allow me on the side.
You're not gonna enter the sept. You're gonna like meet with them before, and you're gonna say your word of the lost.
Yeah.
He nods.
The secondly is before we go, how about you guys feel that Bryce, as a Theurge, gives us a blessing of a spirit that is known with its compromises, because every deal is a compromise.
Bryce looks around, sort of checking the faces of the people around him to see, like, try and gauge how they might be taking this. Like, he seems down for just about anything.
I mean, Corey just shrugs at this. If we want to get a blessing, Corey has no issues with that.
Veronica is out for whatever it takes to win. So.
And
Cersei is in Philodox mode. His face is like straight, like on the overlay. He's just ready.
thirdly, I think the most important thing in these kind of situations is to communicating in a way that they don't understand, they can't hear. So we need a mind link with each other where we can talk our minds and not they may tell us something that we have to agree immediately. And if we just like show them questions in front of them, that will make us look weak.
Yeah.
So I think we need to have a mind link about every one of us.
I can help with that.
There's
Okay.
So can
two
I.
Galliards here. You both have my link.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Pick one of you. Do it.
Yeah. Other than that, I think everybody's okay with Bryce, giving us a blessing.
Mhm.
Okay, Bryce, like you can give the image of Phoenix is gonna do a movie, full frontal.
That's not creepy at all.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. The lake waves are
He'll lift the
turning.
edge of his shirt. He just lifts the edge of his shirt for Adelheid and gives him a smile.
There's a lot of Instagram people who's like PMing me in DMs and being like, how do you know this guy?
God, why is it always Amsterdam? Why?
I mean,
Fix this
Corey,
thing.
yeah, Corey just looks at him and she's like, I apologize for him.
I'm looking. He'll smile and give her an Allelish nod.
He kind of looks like, did I do something really bad? What?
Well, in general, volunteering someone else to get naked is kind of rude.
I mean, we are friends. We make that joke, stupid jokes all the time.
Still. Jesus, Adelheid.
Okay, I'm sorry, Phoenix. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to put that photo in Instagram where you eat.
The only thing you succeeded in doing, I'll tell you later. He'll point at
Okay.
him. Nikki, I love you. So Bryce is going to perform rite of spirit summoning and a rite of binding.
Okay. I believe he has that.
He does.
Johnny,
I know she has them.
Johnny,
Cool.
Yes, darling.
I don't think there is a need of binding for blessing.
True, that's right. Okay.
It's just a deal. Like Bryce offers
Chime
something.
in.
If Spirit accepts, they just gives us a blessing. As far as I know, but though, I might
Sorry,
be wrong.
guys.
She could do chime in.
I've been in things where you have to bind them to do that, but it's fine. We can say I prefer we not. So
Mm-hmm.
This is my first time being a Thayard, you guys. So I
Yeah.
apologize.
It's fine.
Not
Shit,
familiar.
I love you too,
While
Johnny.
Bryce is doing the chimage, can I activate my gifts?
by all means, activate them.
which-
Do me a favor and throw in inside chat what gifts you're activating and things like that.
I'm going to do the same. Well, at least I have two that I'm going to do.
What were you saying, darling?
Which darling?
Nikki, darling.
I put it in
darlings.
chat. But which dice roller are we using?
Shoot for scene 2 because we've used one a lot recently. That is
I have one
way
gift pack.
too
I
big.
need to change my name.
I have a gift I can activate, but I'm only going to activate it when we're close.
Okay, girl. So let me make sure I'm following everybody correctly. What you guys want to do is to try to parlay with them first, and then if shit goes sideways, beat their ass and grab the Ragabash.
Cheaty, bang, bang, Silverfang's going down.
Shifting into Kyrnos when activating my gifts.
That is
Exactly.
okay. But
I
just to
have to.
clarify, again, just to clarify, what your plan of action is right now is try to parlay with the Shadow Lords first. And
Yes.
if that goes sideways, capturing the Ragabash that's the one with all the information.
We
Yeah.
will offer them a chance to surrender because, we're good guys. And if they fuck you, YOLO solo, I guess,
If we have to. Got it.
yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I
that's right.
roll for smell fear and then say that he activates it when they get there?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Oh wait, it's the target's willpower, so yeah, I can't do that.
There's one thing actually I realized that it might save your asses. Not save your asses, but
I was gonna say, are we that close to
Yeah.
death?
Why is it not? There we go.
you're all gonna die. No.
So, Call of the Wild. I'm just gonna post my
Hey, the
result
dice
here.
roller doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not working.
Oops.
I just
Hit this shit!
I
Ah!
typed and nothing happened.
So,
Try
John,
again.
is it difficulty 6 for Call of the Wild in this situation?
Huh.
Yes.
So,
But I believe Dice Roller isn't working.
Yeah, I just tried twice to see. So yeah, no.
That's weird though, because
I got it in, but I had to do it multiple times. It was weird. But I got it looks like 4 successes because I spent no willpower.
oh, I see what she did. She did she did a space between the
All your stuff's coming.
flesh
Now
and all.
now here comes your next 3. I think very slowly.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is.
Yeah, because I'm getting a couple here too. I probably
Oh, it
Oh, God.
lagged.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
we're all lagging.
Oh boy, I'll wait.
Yeah. Either
Unless-
way, I'll wait. Can I take my second roll?
I was about to say the same thing. Can I take my second? It's much better.
You know what? I'm gonna say that the spirit that Bryce summoned also threw that in as a bonus, and you get your second roll.
Yay!
Okay.
Hey,
So
Bryce! Yay!
what do I roll for Mind Speak again?
I don't mean to be a dick, but look at the book. That's why I
God
keep
damn
the
it.
books, man.
Yeah, but my computer crashed not too long ago, so I had to get.
I
them.
got you. Spend a willpower. Roll manipulation expression difficulty of the victim's willpower.
The victim.
Yes, the
What-
victim.
What is the highest willpower that we're going to go up against? That way I can just roll it so it's out of the way.
By the way, Nikki, tell me if I'm correct in that this is the spirit that Bryce would summon.
I am looking.
I'm texting her privately.
Oh, Jesus!
Yes.
Oh my, Stefan, why you have to be such a nosy guy? I don't know why you're doing like that.
Look at that, Nikki.
I just know
Did
if
you
I'm
just
actually
call me
visible.
Stefan?
Yeah, what's your name, Stefan?
No,
Steven.
it's
That's the way it's
Oh,
pronounced in
that
Turkish.
is
I
so
think
up
that-
Bryce's alley.
I mean, to be
Is
fair,
that, is that what he would have summoned?
For compromise, I don't think so, but we can see what pops
You gotta
up.
admit, that's a good one.
I mean, yeah, sure. Like, I'm down.
Listen, Moosh in English, in like a more English turn, it's
Mhm.
Steven. But
Oh,
Steph, I know
Steven.
in Turkish, I know that's how you guys pronounce it too.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. My
It's
It's
okay.
how you pronounce it in a lot of, I think you.
I'll be honest, it
Yeah.
doesn't make a lot of sense. Like you look at
Yeah.
Stephen, it should be Stefan, but for some reason we don't pronounce it that way.
Yeah.
like it's from like the saint.
You guys are weird, whatever.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It doesn't make sense.
It's fine. I'm not judging you guys. It's a good name.
My little nephew
Hey.
is the same. It has the same name, and I've had this conversation with other people.
Hey, I'm gay, and you don't expect me to be anal? I mean, no, just
Oh my god!
Oh
Oh my
god.
god!
Okay, you're there again.
Yeah, that was personal.
So
Oh,
wait
yes,
for
you're
Luna's
there again.
armor not to get lag. I think
Although-
Luna's armor's lagging.
Also,
Fuck the
OC,
Weaver.
OC, do I need to roll a mind speak if everyone is like, yeah, I'll do it, if everyone is okay with it?
You don't, as long as everybody's willing.
Okay.
At least that's that's what it read when last time I used it, which was months ago.
If it's willing, yeah, there's no difficulty. You just
Okay.
spend willpower.
Yeah, Aiden activates unless anybody objects. Aiden activates mind speak.
also for willpower. What's the highest willpower of the people that we're gonna go see? Because
It's about a 7.
okay,
Like, I'm looking at the overlay I'm making right now, and he's got willpower 7.
Those motherfuckers are gonna die.
Oh my god!
3 successes for Luna's armor.
If the drunk Fiona shows up again, this scene is gonna go like in a really bad way. if the drunk.
Oh, I should. I'm tempted to
So
tell
I have
my
something
ancestor.
to narrate for you guys, by the way, when you're done being Chuckle Fox.
Yeah. By the way,
You're gonna have a heart attack.
I did become
Johnny?
harder to see, and she shifted to Glabro.
Johnny, I'm going to summon my ancestor
Oh my god! Why you do this to me?
because I can. I learned it from Adelheid.
Because you learned it from you, Dad. Okay.
Can I
heard it from
summon
Adam.
my ancestor? You know, the Black Spiral Dancer.
Oh god, you can all
Please
summon
go.
your ancestors if you really want.
I mean, she can't. She doesn't have anything in ancestors, but that would be an amazing ancestor to have, right? Because she does have one who is.
and I'm just waiting for my roll to show up.
You
Same.
summon a hedgehog, Corey. That's your ancestor spirit.
Actually, the ancestor was a Black Spiral. What Athro was it, Amachan?
Arun Afro.
Arun Athro, yeah. And she was originally a Black Fury.
Got 2 successes for ancestor.
Okay.
This as well. Nice. My bro.
I got 2 successes, so he's able to smell their fear, and he's able to tell if they use sense worm on him. That way they can get out of dodge fast.
Yes. Yes, Queen. Hi.
Your hedgehog ancestor tells you where the Chaos Emeralds are.
Well, in that case, I'll be back in a bit, guys. I'm gonna get rich.
Right?
Yeah. Get some rage and come back.
Forget your crap. Forget your crap. I don't care about any of this. I just want the money.
Give me the fucking money.
Give me
There are
20.
other sets.
You guys are fucking terrible.
Give me $20. No wifey in the club. Give me
What I
20.
need is $1. $1 is what I need. Hey, hey.
We'll have
So
Super
what's
Corby
that
over here. She'll be like Super
doing?
Saiyan.
Everybody done rolling?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. Do I need to roll anything, Johnny?
So I rolled it for you. It's okay.
Okay, cool.
So Bryce starts to summon. This is what I needed to do. So they told Bryce that Bryce had to summon a communication spirit. So he did. He
Oh,
summoned
God.
he summoned a brothel spirit.
All right then.
So this little tiny statuesque woman kind of crawls out of his little summoning circle and bats her eyelashes up at him.
He gives her a charming smile.
God. Darcy is rubbing his brows like,
Darcy just hates this. It's just, I feel like Darcy just hates Bryce so much. Anyway, and so Okay, so deal with me for a sec, guys. I'm sorry. I've never done this before.
It's okay.
So I'm gonna activate. I don't even know if I need to activate spirit speech.
No, you don't. It's
Okay,
it's
cool.
intrinsic.
Okay, just making sure because other gifts you have to activate. Um. So.
So yeah, it basically just looks up at him, waiting for him to explain what he wants.
All right. So.
Who wants to know what you want, Bryce?
Oh
I know.
God, Darcy's in his mind going, the mission price, the mission price.
He's always got two things on mind: the mission and sex. I mean,
Here
Anyway.
go, you got a brothel spirit.
right? I don't know how to greet spirits. Fucking Christ. Okay. He will get since she's just this tiny little like. Is she short like on the ground? Is she like?
She's like a little doll, essentially. She's like a doll of a woman from a body house. Little fishnet tights and like one of those like one of those old time dresses that like the Wild West prostitutes used to wear.
Mm-hmm.
Like
so
that.
He
No
will
bustle.
sort of he'll sink down basically to try and get to her level. So he'll be like on his knees on the ground.
She thoroughly enjoys that.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. And he says, spirit of communication and compromise. I have called to ask for your blessing upon this group before we set out to aid us in speaking with our brethren and working with them to come to a happy agreement for all. I am willing to offer, or I make this offer of myself, and I will allow my comrades to offer to you anything that they feel that they can, and he will sacrifice a dot of gnosis.
She'll get up and she'll give him a kiss. Like she'll climb up him and give him a kiss on the cheek. And
He smiles.
she'll climb down and she'll run over and basically either motion to get to her or climb up all of the party and give them each a kiss on the cheek. Not caring if they're male or female, whatever. She'll climb up Lord Phoenix and give him a kiss too. And for the duration of the scene, you have the effects of the gift Persuasion active. If you have it or not.
I have it.
Yes. You do not have to spend anything or activate it or anything like that. You have it available to you, as in
Yes.
it is active and going.
Also, with Truth of Gaia, what's the highest manipulation? What's their highest manipulation subterfuge? So I can just say.
I'll message it to you.
Roll them.
Well, also, like, I think you need to roll on that on spot.
Oh, okay. I was doing that because like I'm gonna be gone. I have to go to work.
Okay.
Oh.
Then she'll go back over to Bryce after that. And she'll basically climb up and sit on his shoulder so that she can help them to communicate.
He is very happy to have her. He seems, and this is probably the part where people start noticing, he seems way more respectful to this little spirit than he's ever been to like human people or wolf people.
Don't worry,
He just
Adeline
seems
is
like
judging you.
super respectful. That's fine. Adelheid judges people all the time.
Yeah, he does.
How is Bryce any
Thank
different?
you. Thank you for not taking this personally.
Oh God!
What? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Oh God!
I know.
So yeah, she'll arrange her skirt around on his shoulder, and kind of hold on to one of his necklaces.
He makes sure she has the time. Yeah, he makes sure that she has the time to become comfortable. And yeah, but before he just kind of looks at her and he shrugs like, oh.
We good? So Phoenix, as you guys start to do this, will pass all of you. He'll pass each one of you a piece of like a small round mirror disc, very small, like you can hold it between your fingers.
What is this?
And he'll say, Adelheid is asking to transport you to the location. It's just what I need to fuel my magic.
She'll nod. She's not going to say anything, but she knows this must be part of a bunk.
Yes, it is. It is part of his bunk for Wayfair.
As I understand it, I have the equivalent of Changeling Lore too, so I'm sure I know what a bunk is.
Yep, and he is about to do one.
Okay, guys, close your eyes. Everything is going to be okay.
Keep your hands on the inside of the car, and thank you for riding here at Werewolf Railroad Park. I don't know. Werewolf Park.
Before everyone heads out,
Veronica shifts back to Hamid.
Before everyone heads out, Bryce will shoot off a quick text.
Johnny, does Call the Wild help us? 6 success?
Yes, definitely. Most certainly. Without question, that helps you.
What kind of Call of the Wild? You have to choose a certain kind. Like, what did you do?
Like, what kind of speech, what kind of things you give us to make us more riled up in your Call of the Wild?
Yeah, you have to choose a kind of howl that you did.
It's howl of elation, and it's more of a confirmation with who we have here that we're going to be fine and we'll get through this. So it's to bolster confidence and trust.
Because I'm not sure if... I mean, that certainly isn't one of the listed ones, but maybe Johnny can help with something that would work.
Howl of elation's listed.
Is it really?
I'm looking at Howl of Elation. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, all right.
I use it all the time.
Yeah, I was like, that's like her go-to how she's always using it.
It's a good one if you're not using Anthem of War, and we want to parlay, so Anthem of War is a bad one.
Always Anthem of War.
Always.
Always.
Why would I want people to know I'm going to kill them?
You're not here.
I love you, Veronica.
Ask to get rid of
Yeah, let's go.
Fenris. Ask to get of Fenris.
What do you think the God of Fenris is there for?
So they know they want to. That they know we want to kill them.
No, they know that he will kill them. Don't pay attention to the Shadow Lord.
I need you, by the way, to make a perception alertness roll. It's just you, Veronica.
Okay. Give me a moment. I gotta look that up.
It's 10 dice, right? No,
I wish.
Oh my God.
It doesn't
Have I
lag.
told you today, you all need Jesus.
I already get Jesus. I've told
You
you.
You know
Fuck
the
you, I
answer.
got Grandpa Thunder.
You know the answer you always. You know the answer I always give you when you say I need Jesus, Johnny.
Johnny,
What's that?
fuck
Yes,
you,
dear.
I have Grandfather Thunder.
Oh my god, you little savages.
My answer is always the same, Johnny. If Jesus can turn water into wine, I'll be glad to have him with me.
Unfortunately, it's lagging, so it'll take a minute.
5 hours later.
No, it is not that bad. Oh my goodness.
I had it so bad one time that it did. I had to roll on my phone, is what it was.
Dice roller, you're being an asshole today.
Why are you being an asshole, dice roller?
I mean, I like asshole, but still, there's.
Damn
Right.
it, Steven.
No.
God damn it, Steven.
God damn it, Steven.
You a
Steve,
terrible person, just to let you know.
Steve, that's not how you brown nose.
Woo!
And people say Aiden is inappropriate.
Why am I always the one that gets this?
But this wasn't in character. Like what Aiden did was in character.
So yeah, so all people here are, well, not everyone, but the ones who said that shit are out of character. There was an Aiden.
Dice roller, you're being an asshole. Why?
I like the overlay to the NPC, so do me a favor and don't kill him.
Wait, why don't you call the dice roll something like, why are you being a vagina? Because I don't like those.
Oh my god, someone please don't kill this NPC.
Lord Phoenix?
Try to save him.
No,
No, the NPC
the one
that you have to parlay with, that you're going to try to parlay with. He's pretty. I didn't mean to make him so pretty, but his overlay is like really good.
Johnny, if in 5 minutes Dice
Come
roll
with
doesn't work,
us.
do I automatically succeed? Because of the
Yes.
fucking Weaver.
No,
Yes.
no,
Fuck the
but it's
Weaver.
fine. I'll put you at 3 successes. I'll put you at a standard success. It's fine.
Alright. Because it's like right now, 3 minutes later after I put that dice roll up, and it's like, what's going on?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Come with us.
I need the scene to move forward, so I don't
Yeah.
really care.
Okay. So I guess 3 successes.
So, to clarify, where Phoenix is going to teleport you guys to is to where you can waylay the pack on their way to the other Karen. And they are going in Lupus form. He's used to say to scry and to figure out where they'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Adelaide is in Kispo form. Because he knows that they will be threatened by his full form, and he knows his common sense tells him, you may want to be in Lupus. But they are the enemy.
Or he's in Glabro. So yeah.
He will.
Chronicle will shift to.
Yeah, Darcy
Lupus.
will be in Lupus because perceptions, and he's a Philodox.
But yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask
No,
if someone could, like, in that pack link thing, she'll just be like, can someone tell me what direction they are? And I'm going to try to start scouting out that way. Following them this way.
Phoenix will hold up a map saying, Connecticut. Actually, no,
Right.
Rhode Island.
Right. She's gonna shift to Lupus because she's hoping she can smell them out that way since he's not helpful. And
Did it?
Try-
What about the information I got?
What's that?
What about the information I've been getting all this week? Does that help?
Not for this.
Okay.
she's going to sniff the air in Lupus.
So Lord Phoenix will look at her and he'll say, have to teleport us first.
No, I thought you already had. That's why I asked.
No, he's been trying.
Yeah, because you were like, you said that where we landed, so I was like, oh, okay, then we're there.
No, I'm letting you know where you're going to land is where they'll they'll be where you can waylay them. That's what I was saying. Where you're going to land when you do.
Well, we know she's sniffing when we get there. How about that?
Yes,
Bam.
there we go. When you get there, which you do, you fucking made enough successes. Yes.
Sniff.
It is very disjarring, by the way. Flicker flashing if you've never done it before.
Adelaide is like, oh shit. Okay, we're back. We're here.
Johnny, I'm gonna text you something.
Bryce just sort of shakes himself.
Darcy does that little wolf heave.
Yeah.
He checks his phone, sends back a quick text message, and shuts it off.
Okay, everybody put their phone in silence, please. You don't want to go YOLO solo on this. He
Corey's
says
going,
it from his mind.
right. Corey's
Like,
just going to be
two
like,
for
I'm
one.
going to go try to find him.
Wait,
About-
no, don't.
No, I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm just going to follow them.
You're waiting for them to meet with them.
No, you told me to be sneaky. I thought that was
Okay.
the whole point.
Then hide around and wait until we approach them.
Okay, sorry. I thought it might be a good idea to get information ahead of time. My bad.
No. Do what I say.
She just looks at him because she doesn't particularly like being dismissed when she's giving what she believes to be good advice, and then follows orders, looking a bit disgruntled.
Veronica? Adelaide looks at Veronica.
Sorry, I just came back.
Oh, welcome back.
Okay.
Adelaide sent Corey to hide, and then she will be scouting around.
Mhm.
And then he looks at her. How do we approach?
With the Shadow Lords? Well, the thing is, you don't want to show any type of fear or anything like that. We could do.
Yeah. He kind of like he smiles when she says that.
The idea I want to do, Johnny, is do because Gyro could do scented messages and stuff, right?
It takes prior planning, but yes, they can.
Okay, that's too much time. You know what? I'll tell you what I did with the texting. See if that thing helps us find them, and then meet up with them.
Adelaide actually just
Yes.
activates Pulsar to Prey through the name.
That
Mhm.
does work too.
Yeah.
Through all of your different methods, you can tell that they are actually imminently coming.
All right.
Lord
Darcy.
Ayala's magic was pretty fucking strong, so.
Darcy
Adelaide,
still has. Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Yeah, just remember, like, Darcy still has sense fear, so if they ever, like, start feeling a little, like, creeped out by them, we'll let Veronica know right away.
Thank you.
Adelaide will
So-
look at the. Just a second, John. I really apologize. He will look at the Cleats or the Fosters around, and he will say, "These guys, there's an Afro among them. Whatever you do, don't interrupt them. They may be very caring regarding the ways of the tradition. We don't know this, so let's not take things to chance. Show them proper respect, okay? Just like I and Veronica," as he like kind of looks at Veronica, as we will show.
I love out of game how you're putting it like, no, Veronica, don't do that.
Yeah, he's like, let's just take things, in a way where we can control them and not create unnecessary conflict.
Bryce will nod and he's like, how do you think I survived this long?
The little brothel spirit will whisper something into Bryce's ear.
I think these are the ones who are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce sent the message through the path link, or sorry, through the mind link. That says the spirit hears 5 of them.
Adelheid, I also suggest we approach them directly.
Yeah.
You and I first, though.
But we can keep
So-
the Fosters and Cleats at our back.
Yeah.
Corey
Oh.
sees 5 of them, and they are all Shadow Lords. They have the black fur. They have that air around them of power and confidence. And they're walking at a pretty good... They're going for a far run, so they're not going so fast as they are just in a pace.
Yeah, she'll describe that. The only thing I will add to this is that she is also where the Black Furies have black fur because she herself has black fur. So that isn't really necessarily something she would assume, but yeah. She would just be like, there are 5, they're moving pretty fast. And they're almost there.
Sorry. Darcy will also mention that he'll say, if it's okay, I'll be right behind you guys so I can use Truth of Gaia right away.
Oh. He looks at Veronica because Veronica is leading the social tank.
Mm-hmm. Do I see him in view?
Now you do. There are indeed 5 Shadow Lords.
Trot, but not like run at him, so they should see there's no aggression. Like, so there's still that confidence.
Yeah, they'll stop. Like they don't stop at kind of a startle, but more of a caution.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them kind of steps forward.
Veronica will sit down.
Is she in Lupus or Hamid?
She's in Lupus. So this
It'll
way there's...
kind of snort at her and essentially kind of, what do you want?
Wish to talk to you.
He'll shift up to his human form.
She'll do the same. Out of game, love the overlay.
Oh my god, me too.
Yeah, you see why I said don't kill him.
She'll smile, politely show respect. Veronica strikes with lightning. Adrin of the nation, Galliard. Hamid. Bear's throat.
Darcy, who is behind her, will bare his throat too.
Adelheid doesn't bear his throat yet because he didn't present at his rank.
My name is Damian Jones, or Ragabash, of the Shadow Lords. I am Adrin in the nation. He did first strike. I was born to humans.
Bryce will introduce after it is clear that Damien is finished. Like, he's being very respectful. He's being on his best behavior. Or trying to. He says, I'm Smoothfucker, Clea of the Nation Shadow Lord. Was born on 2 legs and and he kneels and bears his throat with them.
Adelheid Trimbinsons. Dita Thronebreaker. Adrian get a Fenrir rune. Hamid. He doesn't bear his throat.
Darcy, who is still bowing down, or having his throat exposed, he'll shift back into Hamid, and he'll say, Darcy Sabadra, shields the kinfolk. I am a Warden of the Lost, Philodox, of fostering rank.
Aiden bears his throat. Aiden Petrova. Hamid of the Child of Gaia. Cliff and and Cliff born under a gibbous moon.
He'll look at Sassy.
Oh, wait, she was with the group? I didn't even know that.
Oh, if you wanted her to be, she doesn't have to. You could just be
Honestly,
observant.
if you guys are meeting with Shadow Lords, it'd probably be best if she stayed back and out of sight.
Okay. Sassy's there, just not there. She's with Corey.
No, Corey hid.
Exactly. So he'll introduce his pack. I'll put their names in the thing. And he gives them kind of a what do you want look. He doesn't seem to be a man of much words.
And I had the 2 successes with Ancestor. What would be the quickest point to make like our sides better?
What, by the way, you picked up from the alertness roll that I gave you, by the way. He has a tattoo on his arm. He is a child of Crow.
Oh, excellent.
I actually planned that before. Like, when I was making this plot, Damien was a child of Crow way before, and I was like, oh, that could come in handy.
Oh, and quick question: since Darcy has the gift active, are they afraid? Because we are like,
No.
okay.
Shadow Lords aren't going to be afraid. They're not
Yeah,
going
Shadow Lords are really hard to make afraid.
to.
They wouldn't show it.
She smiles, but not baring her teeth. See, I believe you and I will have an understanding, since I look at your tattoo, that we like to play things to win in our favor. Hinting that she's from the same camp.
She can tell, although his demeanor didn't shift very much, that he's listening.
So, I could offer certain things on the table of why you'd want to be with us, aside from Mama Cienfuegos.
Cienfuegos. How do I put this lightly? I tend to prefer to be a tactful man. Your father's time is running short. And if someone in that family doesn't step up, and God knows Sebastian isn't, well, that's not going to be so impressive for much longer.
Amusing that you've been saying that. Where I am, I've been stepping up my game, as well as various others that are collaborating with me. I'd like you to be a part of that.
He tilts his head, like just slightly shifts and listens.
Birds of a feather have to stick together, and we do not hinge our bets on those that don't play their part. A lot of changes have been happening that have been gaining us not only favorable allies, but different opportunities most others don't.
I'm not one to often tip my hand. But do you want to know why I'm on this side and not that?
And she listens.
I won't say that I've wholly agreed with everything that the nation has done in the past. We are certainly not free of guilt into some of the atrocities that have befallen humanity. But right now, the way I see it, a very small minority of the nation has seized the voice of the majority and taken it in a way that I would consider foolhardy. Now, the problem is, anybody walks into your sect, you know what you get? The lot of you drunk on the hubris of your success. And not a damn one of you contested. So what I'm hearing is we change the first law of the litany. Okay. I'm listening. I'm following. We're good. And then we start changing the other laws of the litany. Don't agree with all the changes, but hey, sure. Then we're letting Spyros at the table. Okay, what? Forming a new tribe when we should be strengthening the children of Gaia? Breaking apart the rulership of the nation?
So
What I see is madness.
So you support those who are not stepping up to fight for what they believe, but do sneaky ways to invite 4 people and kill them in cold blood?
What I support is reason.
Just a second.
I can't actually
Nelson,
hear you.
Nelson, I'm going to mute you because we can't hear Johnny because of your microphone.
fine.
Please, Johnny, continue.
He says, what I support is reason. And as where I stand, your side is far more unreasonable than Golden Claws.
Bryce will look at we'll look at Adelheid. Like he won't actually say anything just yet, but he gives him a look like, I got something to say if there's time.
Arcleus wishes to say something. Would you mind Arcleus to say something?
I'll shrug and look at him.
And, Bryce nods at him. And he says, I get where you're coming from. I get that things are changing and it's crazy. And it feels like we're so busy splitting ourselves. But we may look unreasonable, but I ask you to think about what we're doing to their side. We're taking warriors away from them. And we are building up the defenses. Now, it may not be the best way. It may not be the best idea, but it's an idea, and no one's done something this drastic in a long time. Not that I've heard of. I'm just saying, I mean, there's a certain sense to it if you can look at it from a different way. That's all.
The disagreements you have with the ruling body is some of them I have those disagreements as well. I voice these disagreements very loudly in the Sept if Howling Winds. But I can assure you that the Black Spiral Dancers are not joining the nation. They are redeeming themselves to join to a tribe that they wish to. Just like as I have heard, the Shadow Lords redeemed the bat. It was told by a male. You know it. Oh, see.
Mm-hmm. He did a male tone.
By me.
Yeah, he brings that point, like just like you redeem them, we also redeem them by letting them join.
He'll watch them. He'll give them a nod of hold on a minute, and he'll go back to his pack. And they'll pull tight and talk. You can tell they're speaking in mind speak. You may talk amongst yourselves while they speak for a minute.
You get from Corey, he's not entirely wrong.
He's not, but that's not the point why he brought that up. The point he brought that up is to test our convictions.
Ooh, good job, Veronica.
Do not stray from your point. Otherwise, it will show weakness and they will not follow you. And honestly, as much as he says Silverclaw has a point, Silverclaw is a traditional Silverfang, which means his choice is stagnation or change. He could be a part of that change as an option for parlay.
He kind of like looks like. First and for all, I think that the Damien is kind of right. We made stupid changes without asking a lot of people. Black Spiral Dancer thing was a fucking faux pas.
You know, yeah. More than a
People-
faux pas, really.
I fixed that mistake. The elders were so high on their drugs, not listening what people were saying and thinking this is Guy's will. But I made that shit right. There was going to be a civil war. I did that thing to stop the civil war, and I have a civil war on my hands now.
That's why you have my full trust, Adelheid.
What I'm trying to say is, these guys are right. There's a council who didn't listen. I told Elias a couple days ago that he needs to listen. He needs to invite his Jarls. And he started doing that now.
Emil said the same thing to him as well.
What I'm trying to say is, maybe the same for the Shadow Lords. Or anyone else. We were not very happy to hear, especially AAC. I was not happy to hear different views. When a guy was screaming fuck auspices, I said let's not do that, and I get told it's his free will. What's going to happen to those guys when someone says fuck auspice near this guy? Some people take their beliefs very seriously, and we neglect this people. And I understand if killing 4 fucking people is not an answer, but there's a neglection. It happened.
That's where I have the problem too.
So, while... go on, Corey, sorry.
Sorry. It's not. I don't have a problem with him having a different opinion, because I agree on a lot of the things he said. What I have a problem with is the fact that they went murdering people and then they don't even explain themselves. Like, what is even the point?
Exactly. Now, if you want a strong point, I can give them a strong point by telling them, yeah, man, I got you, but killing our 4 guys is not okay. In a very intimidating way. I bet my ass they will respect that shit. He kind of like smiles to himself. Because you know when Adelheid gets passionate, he's like extremely intimidating. But you were leading this thing, and please.
Damien comes back. He shifts back to Hammond and comes back. I am willing to make a negotiation with you.
She nods.
I will return to your sept with you and see what is going on there with my own eyes. And then I will report back to my sept as to whether we will stand with Howling Wind or with Golden Fang.
That is fair. And I'd like to bring these words to your attention as well. We got involved because 4 of our members were killed without question from Golden Fang. Choice I see from Golden Fang is to not have much change, so things remain the same they are, where they're on their cozy cushion. Whereas storms bring change, no matter how harsh they are, whether in our tribe or any others. And if you join us, you could control those changes and embrace them.
Oh, I need you to roll for that, because that's a very, very good point.
Adelheid actually will say something like to support that. So like maybe we can do both a charisma leadership role. Okay.
Yeah.
After like she is done, and Adelheid will say, and I will have
Can
to
I
say
add my pure breed to that too?
course. You're talking about Shadow Lord.
Adelheid adds, we need voice. If our elders are preaching democracy is a system where different voices creates better ideas. I am sure your ideas will create better future for the nation. I am gonna roll for that shit as well.
Roll. Please spend a willpower point.
I spent the willpower, and this is my specialty.
It is.
I have 9 dice at difficulty 4 because Noble Heritage and Persuasion active. I will spend a willpower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I got 1, so 2, 4. Hold on, I got what? Go away! I need to count that. No. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 9 successes, and I also have the merit natural leader.
Certainly fucking listening to you.
Are they listening, Adelheid, too?
Yeah, they're listening. He is ready to go with you.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's keeping his cool. He's definitely keeping his cool because he has appearances, obviously, to keep up. But he moves a little closer to you, and he'll wave his pack, and they'll basically, like, one of them, like his beta, will nod, and they'll continue on.
She cracks a devilish smirk as they join us.
He'll explain what he'll say is, they're going on to the Sept. I'm going to go with you. He was the important one in that one, so it doesn't quite matter that his pack is going on.
Excellent.
I also don't want to bring 5 Shadow Lords into the Sept, to be honest.
What? I mean, why?
Right?
Come on. We'll have a Shadow Lord party at Veronica's place.
Yes.
I remember the last time we had a Shadow Lord party. There was blood.
Yes!
There was a lot of it.
I have common sense. Adelheid sending an intimidating message to the other Seb, would that be very stupid or good?
At this moment, it would be considered not the wisest thing to do.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, not the Garu here. To the Sept, the other Sept, like the Silverfang Sept who killed us.
Oh, he wants to leave a message of don't F with us.
Johnny?
It's risky.
Yeah.
Depending on how you pull it off, I can't tell you. The only thing I can tell you common sense wise is it's risky.
Also, Veronica will tell you in the mind speak, right now, if you keep announcing what you're doing, they're just going to strike earlier, which is what you fear.
Yeah,
so
let's just be more sneaky. You're right.
Not to mention, if we win these Shadow Lords over, they know more about Golden Claw.
Yeah.
And we could actually coordinate, because if we destabilize them, then your Arun tactics will be really good. But we need to destabilize some of their support.
We do. Corey, you got anything to add as a Ragabash?
About what? You're sending things to them?
No. Whole deal.
I mean, we've prevented the meeting, which is ideal, right? Nobody got hurt. Also good.
Johnny, I'm gonna have the Stormcrow fly by in the direction of our pack so they see it over skies to make it like symbolic, like
Okay.
like kind of to get more of their admiration.
That will certainly work. Sorry, I'm chatting with one of the players about something they're doing.
It's
It
okay.
affects the scene, but it's off scene, as it were.
Christy, you were saying? Christy?
I'm not sure that his opinion is going to change based on what he sees there.
Why?
I mean, I think this might be a temporary fix at best. Because he still thinks that everything's happening too fast, and he's right.
That's true.
Well, we also have a major voice in this too, and we can affect things. Adelheid is the reason that you have Black Spiral. So there are certain things that we can change. Also, if they're there and he's a Ragabash, there's also criticism we can pay attention to and strengthen.
This guy, the elders needs to get this guy as like a, how do I say this?
Devil's advocate.
Yeah, they need to, because they were turning a blind eye on a lot of things for a long ass time.
Just gonna say that a few people saying that, oh, it's okay, they're trying to fix things, doesn't change the fact that Black Spirals have murdered and killed tons of us and have done all kinds of evil and insane things.
Yes.
So that doesn't change anything. And
So,
I just don't get this at all.
Gerda Fenris killed Uktena and Vendigo.
Shadow Lords genocided the Camerats and had to piece the bat.
So, are you
My
gonna?
grandmother hunted down her children, my mother and my aunt. My mother had to kill her
These
just
people
to
are not.
survive.
These people are not your grandmother, though.
And also, some of the things they're mentioning is to test you. So, keep in mind, you're thinking...
They can
It's
test
not-
me anywhere they want.
Corey is not happy about the Black Spiral Dancer thing.
She has a right to be. And that's
No.
why they brought it up. It's to test us.
But no, you don't understand. It's not about the Shuttle Lords. It's about
doesn't-
Corey's own beliefs.
It is, and I don't care. They can test whatever they want. Their opinion doesn't matter to me.
What she's trying to say is that she's not happy about how Black Spiral Dancers were allowed. But Corey, I did a thing which made them join us, but in a better light. Like, they now can be seen as they try to redeem themselves from outsiders. Or they can be seen as actually they try to redeem themselves.
I just question if they can be trusted at all. That's the thing, because they always have the worm. And I'm not saying that the worm is necessarily bad, but it is still defiled.
Corey, what rank are you out of game?
Cleof
She's a
still.
Cleof.
Cleof. While you're working up your fostered rank, use those grounds to make your point across and to keep them on their toes. So they understand there is consequence if they prove you're right about distrusting them.
I completely agree.
Oh, I have no problem saying what I think. It's just that I haven't really had the chance to really say anything until now.
I completely understand what you say. I was very angry when I first heard it. And I actually was very mad at my mentor for even considering this. Then I had to fix this issue to stop a war, but guess what? People are already angry.
I just fail to understand how exactly it helps for us to allow people we don't trust. Like, if they want to prove themselves, let them prove themselves somewhere else, not here. We
They're
let them
already
in.
creating.
I'm just saying, we're letting them in so that they see all our security. They're allowed in. And the whole point of all this time is that we've been cleansing ourselves so to not have worm taint when we come in.
They don't have the worm taint. They have they don't have the defiler worm taint. They have the worm's destroyer form. Like they're denounced
How can we tell that?
truth of Gaia.
You get the feeling from her that she accepts this. Like, she doesn't say anything, but there's sort of a confirmation of, oh, okay, kind of feel.
Like, I talk with the elder myself. Oh, see, we're talking from my mind link, by the way. But
Yeah, it's mind link, so-
there's a place that Sassy can hear.
Yeah, she can hear it.
Yeah, Sassy's included on the mind link, so she can hear it.
This is all in our heads. She's not saying it in front of this guy because
Yeah.
besides,
Yeah,
she's still sort of secretly like, following them because she's still hidden, but she's following them back over there.
Adelheid says that there are there were many stories where my ancestors had brought back Garu who were fallen. Okay?
Then they need to earn their way back before they're allowed near our Cairnheart.
They're not okay. Listen, at the moment they're seen as a guest, and they're closely watched.
They are closely watched.
Like, if they do something stupid, they will it's gonna be chitty chitty, very easily.
I just don't. I think that being allowed on the Sept at all should be something that is only allowed if they have proven themselves to have come back, not while they're in the process of doing so.
I agree, and that wasn't in our hands. That was the hands of some other who were extremely liberal and trusting. But it happened, and sadly, I have to live with it. And I agree with you. It was a wrong decision. It was so fast. Now we have to deal, clean this shit. As he in his mind, he points out Damien, the guy they just met. We had to clean this because of that decision.
My problem is that you're lucky that I wasn't speaking to him, because I would have said that I agreed with him. I mean, I don't agree on the murder part. That part is, they should never have stepped that far. They should have tried, using their voices and talking like a person. She says while she's still in lupus.
I think, Corey, what happened is, I'm not sure, but what I guess is that our guys were talking and very passionate about these changes, and then the other Septs see them as heretics. So there were a combat going on. They attacked them because they believed that they were heretics. Now, that's not fucking correct. We're still serving Gaia. The problem now is there's a blood feud. And it needs to be solved one way or another, because
when you start murdering people,
if this just grows bigger, it's going to spread to other septs. And we don't, we're getting close. Close to make this war better. We're working with the shifters. There's a change going on, and it's good. But yeah, let's just.
I like change. I just think that we need to think about it before we make these changes, not just be like, "Hey, YOLO, let's do this."
I completely agree, and I want you to trust me that I will defend your opinion.
Sorry, not after Adelheide's done.
He is done. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. Bryce speaks up, and he in the mental link, obviously, none of this is out loud. But he's like, there are lots of septs that do not agree with the changes that you guys have made. As someone who just got here last month, as someone who's been traveling for most of my life, there's some legit hate out there for you guys. Not gonna lie.
I've only been here a few months as well. And my home sept, my previous home sept, I suppose I should say, was a bit more on. I mean, they were all kinds of open-minded, and certain parts of it were okay, but this Black Spiral Dancer thing would never be allowed there.
Yeah, out of all of them, I think that one's the one that made the most waves.
I mean, my mother and my uncle, who is the alpha of that sept, he was the one who wrote up the Kinfolk Bill of Rights. We're talking pretty open-minded,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, but I think this is just too much, and I don't feel safe in my own sept anymore.
They won't touch you, or I will bathe I will bathe the ground with their blood.
Oh, I'll fight back. I'm not saying that. That's not the point, though. The thing is about a sept is it's supposed to be our safe place, aside from when people attack it, you know, like if we have, spirals attack it. But, you know, if we have something attack, then obviously it's not great. But that's why we have it. It's built to be safe for us. It is sacred to Gaia, and it is safe for our kinfolk. It is our place to fall back to. And now we have people that we don't trust in our sept.
The trust may be built. I recommend you to talk with one of the Black Spiral Dancers.
Point me in a direction.
I will. But I'm sure everyone here is not happy with how other individuals were ignored when some people made decisions. Right? As he looks at everybody. Like Veronica, everyone here, he's asking it to everybody.
I'm sorry, what did he ask?
He said you guys basically were not happy when the decisions were taken and nobody was nobody asked anyone. He's asking people are they okay, about these decisions are being taken and nobody's asked, or too fast changes.
I don't think that any speed would have made Black Spiral Dancers any better. I think if you'd taken 1,000 years to allow them in and slowly tried to work them in, I still think it would have been the wrong choice.
And you would be wrong.
She shrugs.
Because
I can be wrong.
Yes. What I'm trying to say is my tribe had massacred Wendigo and China for no reason. And do I look to you like someone who can't be forgiven for my ancestors' mistakes?
You have a valid point. If I will keep that in mind and think on it.
He kind of smiles from the pack if he can.
Corey's not afraid to be wrong. She just needs someone to prove that she's wrong.
Your boy Phoenix got you, by the way. Yeah, he started talking to Damien while you guys were mind linking, so he wasn't left alone.
That's cool. I mean, nobody would have noticed Corey's silence because she was being silent anyways.
Yeah, he's been comparing tattoos with him.
Cool.
And the other two Shadow Lords are too.
Yeah. Oh, look at our tattoos! Oh, look, we have tattoos.
Corey's just going to lapse into silence probably at this point because she's pretty much said her piece. There's not much more to add. So.
Fancy, Bryce, you guys want to say something? I have some people who I can talk with, okay? And if you guys have disagreements, just let me know and I will let people know.
I don't think Nikki understood what he was asking.
Yeah. Phrase out of game, please.
Okay. Adelheid is asking if Bryce thinks certain decisions have been taken very fastly, like allowing Black Spiral Dancers. And now Adelheid says if Bryce thinks that way, Adelheid is going to inform elders and say hey guys, there are certain individuals in our community who thinks the decisions have been taken very fastly.
Bryce is sort of in the middle of showing off his sleeves of tattoos and shit. But he takes the time to answer Adelheid in I guess a break when when the guy's talking to one of the other two people that are talking to him. And Bryce will respond to Adelheid and say, look, I got complicated feelings about the changes that were made. I like some of them, I don't like others. And I don't know. I'm a roamer, and I've been a roamer for a long time, and I'm ready to not be a roamer, maybe, with this stuff. But like, I just feel like you guys should know how other seps view the way you guys have been changing stuff. Whether it was too fast, whether it was not fast enough, or whatever. Like, I just feel like you should know your reputation and what people think about you, and what other seps think about what you guys are doing, regardless of what the higher ups have said. Like, do you think this is just one offshoot? There are groups like this guy's group everywhere.
You're right. Thank you for your opinion. Sassy, would you like to tell us what do you think?
I am sorry, but at this moment, I don't believe I can be objective about it. I will try to get with you later on my opinions on this.
No problem.
I agree that the moves have been fast, but as you say, the changes you brought, Adelheid, I agree with. They're now here to redeem themselves. And as someone who is trying to redeem both the name of his family and his tribe, to go against that, to go against them trying to redeem themselves would be hypocritical. If it was, to be frank, if you hadn't brought that change, I would be a lot louder about it, being against it.
Well, I didn't understand what you mean. Can you say it again? Like Adelheid says this.
The fact that you brought the change that they are not completely here as part of the pack, they're kind of, well, they're redeeming themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The word you used is why I'm accepting them being here, because I'm myself. I am on the road of redemption.
So you think it's good or bad?
It was made fast, but what I'm saying is, well, he'll think. Not incidents have been made so far. Seems to be the right decision, but it has been made very fast. It's understandable that many other tribes and many other seps are against it.
I understand what you mean. Okay. Anyone else who want to say something, guys? I guess you're going home.
I'm assuming Corey will have to come out of hiding to get their ride back. You know, the Wayfair?
Yep.
She will then. She'll just sort of try to discreetly join them, like, you know, behind where he's at so he doesn't see when she joins. Maybe he won't even notice that she was there. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, Sassy's going to do the same thing for political reasons.
Sassy's not being sassy.
Phoenix will put his tattoos away.
This
Stop
is
our
one
tattoo
instance
gathering.
where Sasha-
Our tattoo gathering over here.
This is definitely one instance where Sasha's infamy would directly work against everyone's interests.
Uh-huh.
Which will shift back to
So
Hamid.
Phoenix will smile at the gathered and say, "Does anybody need to use the bathroom and/or come on to me before we leave?"
That sounds really creepy.
I'm quite satisfied
right?
at home.
Bryce
Yeah.
grins.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
right?
I just turns to Bryce, looking at him.
Well, Bryce,
Veronica just
Bryce-
gives a emotionless look and is like, "I'm quite satisfied at home."
Bryce grins and says, "Hey, I wouldn't say no to a phone number." And he winks.
Corey, are we doing anything?
I
So-
don't need to come on to anybody. No.
So Phoenix takes his hand, takes Bryce's hand, and pulls out a Sharpie, and he'll write something on his hand, and curl his hand around his hand, and just push it back to his chest. Like, there you go.
The number is 6.
42. No, you put a phone number on his hand.
Awesome.
We say 42 is a very good number.
Bryce seems pretty happy with himself.
So yes, he will do that, and then he'll ask if everybody still has their little mirrors. Pull them out.
Yep.
Yeah, she'll pull it out.
He'll give Damien his, and he'll send them back, and then he himself will use another bunk to get there by himself. So you're right. Back at the safety of your sept, with one Shadow Lord in tow. He'll just kind of look at you guys. He's got a backpack on his back, but like an overnight bag.
Thanks for the ride.
Phoenix will nod. And then he'll look at Adelheid and say, "Are you coming to poker night?"
Was it like Tuesday?
No, it's Sunday.
Oh shit, okay, I will be there.
He'll nod.
As she looks to Phoenix or whatever, she's just gonna kind of pause for a second, and she's gonna be like, "Is it too rude to ask what house you are?"
I'm House O'Leal. He says. I'm House O'Leal, and my family has been of House O'Leal for a long time. My aunt is of House Gwydion.
Ah, maybe she knows my dad.
Perhaps.
Sir Dimitri Brock of House Gwydion.
I've heard his name before, but I'm sure she has if I have. I'm not one of the O'Leal that perpetuates the drama between our houses. I actually believe in the cooperation and duality of the light and darkness between our homes. So I've gotten along better with the Gwydion through the years.
Gwydions can be a little judgy.
They could be a bit stubborn, yes, but so can we. I just see us as two wings on the same bird, to be honest.
She nods. Well, it was nice meeting you.
And Bob is headed her, and he'll wave at the accompanied and take his leave.
See you later, man.
It's nice meeting you.
Oh, finger gun him and wink.
Anybody got, alcohol on them?
Yep.
Because I feel like that would be a really great...
Veronica
Yeah.
looks at Damien and is like, customary to our sept, I'm going to have to perform rite of cleansing.
I was waiting for it.
And she'll perform it.
Yeah.
Goes off without a hitch, no pain or screaming or anything. I could have done that to you. Thought about it, didn't.
Bryce will start in on the rites of cleansing for the others as well. Like he's gonna help
Okay.
out.
It's a good idea, yeah. Where is just to kind of pin it down, where are you guys going to take Damien? Who's gonna host him while he's here?
Adelheid will tell him like here's a house.
I also have a place too. You got two choices.
He will opt to stay with Adelheid for now.
I was gonna say I have a studio apartment.
As tempting as that offer is, he's going to have to stay with Adelheid.
Can you blame him? No.
Adelheid offers him like his what was the name of that thing?
Generosity.
Not generosity. Sorry,
Hospitality.
Like his, hospitality.
Yes.
And he is like gonna like inform his mother that they have a visitor.
The reason he's not staying with Veronica, by the way, out of game, is he doesn't. If he stays with Veronica, he feels that it's going to taint his view a little too much. He kind of wants a broader view of what's going on.
Yeah, I'll give him favoritism. I understand.
Yeah,
Out
exactly.
of game.
Oh,
Not to mention, it's like he wants to pick a different tribe so he can monitor them. So it's like, Adelheid, you know what you got yourself into.
he ain't stupid. He knows Veronica wants to keep him close.
He can watch Adelheid all he wants.
Keep your friends
Adelheid
close
will-
and your enemies closer. So what are you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we're frenemies now. So I believe we can end the scene there, right, guys?
We can end this in there.
Sure.
Everybody
why
good?
not?
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Bye.